What's up, guys? Today we're diving into one of the biggest controversies that came out of Super Bowl LIX. Was the Eagles' defense really superior to the Chiefs? This debate is on fire, and it might change the way you see both teams. On one side, we have the Chiefs, used to being champions and running one of the most feared dynasties in the NFL. On the other, the Eagles, who came in with a ferocious defense that many say was the most efficient wall of the season. But in the end, who really won the battle of the defenses in the Super Bowl? Critics didn't hold back. Some swear the Eagles' defense shut down Patrick Mahomes and proved to his boss. Others insist the Chiefs still have the defense best built for clutch moments. The truth is, this matchup became way more than just a game. It's about legacy, about who will dominate the NFL moving forward. And here's the kicker. When you compare stats, on-field intensity, and poise in crucial moments, the drama only gets bigger. Who really has the deadliest defense? Eagles or Chiefs? That's the question dividing fans and experts all over the world. So stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you the stats, the plays, and the breakdowns that reveal the truth behind this controversy. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because here on NFL in Focus, you won't miss any NFL drama. Let's get into the video.
Chiefs reporter Nate Taylor is standing by. Nate was at practice earlier, so got to see a firsthand view of what's going on. What can you tell us about the Chiefs preparing for the Eagles, Nate?
Yes, Laura, the Chiefs are wanting revenge on Sunday after losing to the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And as of right now, their preparation largely includes Hollywood Brown, their second-year receiver that's been with the team. And because of the injury to Xavier Worthy, Patrick Mahomes is going to have to rely quite a bit on Tyquan Thornton and Hollywood Brown at his receiver position to see if he can get plays down the field. Now, Hollywood Brown did have 99 yards on 10 receptions in Friday's game against the Chargers. And as of right now, Patrick Mahomes understands that not only does he need to be protected, but he needs to take risks. He needs to throw the ball down the field early to get the Chiefs some momentum, maybe perhaps a boost compared to their flat start in Sao Paulo. But right now, the Chiefs are preparing as if maybe Xavier Worthy is not going to be on the field, which means largely the load will go to Hollywood Brown, Tyquan Thornton, and, of course, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, interesting and something to keep an eye on, especially an offense that we're looking for a little bit more explosiveness out of. Thanks so much to Nate Taylor joining us here. Now, this will be the fifth head-to-head matchup between Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, including the playoffs. In the first two, the Chiefs' offense starred, averaging 40 points a game in a pair of wins. The last two have not gone as well as we know, with KC averaging fewer than 20 points a game and 100 yards less of offense in a pair of losses. Dan, are you concerned about the Chiefs' offense now?
Oh, yeah. Unless this offense changes schematically, it cannot get back to the Super Bowl. It just doesn't do anything that the good offenses in this league do right now. If we took Patrick out and Patrick made 3 or 4 plays and throws that you're like, oh my goodness, but that's it right now. And we've harped on this for years. One, they don't go underneath center and throw the football down the field enough. And when they do try and do it, they're unsuccessful doing it. Now, Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches of all time, Matt Nagy, a very bright offensive mind. If there's 2 coaches who can fix it, it's them. And so I'm not telling everybody right now that this is the concern. I'm telling everybody in Kansas City and your fans, if this doesn't change, you will look back in November and December and be like, why aren't we winning? And I'll tell you, this will be the reason why, okay? Like, this is the foreshadowing. If this doesn't change, if you don't go downfield more, if you don't get under center more, if you don't build play action more, if when you do, you don't hit those shots downfield, this will be the reason why. And we can come back to this episode of NFL Live and realize what the problem was.
Well, the game plan on Friday night was Patrick Mahomes be Superman and the rest of you were along for the ride, right? Because I don't know what the offensive identity was leaving that game down in Brazil. And you're talking about trying to take shots down the field more. Worth noting, it's a tiny sample size, but Patrick Mahomes on Friday night, 6.6 yards per attempt. He's never had a season where he averaged that number or below. Even if the scheme changes, do they have the guys right now? Do they have the horses to do it? Like, I'm just telling you, do you think a defensive coordinator is sitting there saying, you know what, we got to account for that Tyquan Thornton down the field because he's fast. He is fast. That's incredibly accurate. He was a 4.28 guy in the combine coming out of Baylor. That being said, I just don't know that there's a single player on this offense until Rashee Rice returns or Xavier Worthy returns that a defensive coordinator says, we build the game plan around him. Patrick Mahomes excluded, obviously. Is there a single skill guy that you feel that way about?
Remember, Rashee Rice, week 6, so you got a long time for then.
It's going to be a little bit of time, and that's the concerning part for me, right? When Xavier Worthy comes back, you're hoping that he can fill that #1 receiver void until Rice is there. With no Xavier Worthy, if there's no Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, does he have juice down the field? He does, but for your #1 guy, everything needs to be on the table. You got to be able to push down the field. You also got to be able to win on slants, out routes, some of these more mundane or boring routes that Patrick Mahomes can rely on and say, hey, this guy's one-on-one, I'm going to you. I don't see that right now with the way the roster's constructed, but I will say, big picture, when Rice comes back and Xavier Worthy is healthy and Hollywood Brown and Juju and Thornton, like you have a receiving core, not even including Travis Kelce, that is more than enough for this offense to be special.
I agree with that. And it's 1 week. But when you watch the pass concepts, and I understand they're not their maybe marquee guys, guys' spacing's poor. Sometimes I'm sitting there going, what's Patrick supposed to do with the football? And so can we throw the graphics of some of the numbers up? Like you go back over the last couple seasons. This is a team that's in the conversation with like the Cleveland Browns when it comes to throwing the football downfield. Something's got to change. Or they're going to be sitting there. The Super Bowl is completely out of question.
Eagles this week, Ravens week 4, by the way.
That's the scary part about the Chiefs is because like they have struggled at the wide receiver position for the past few seasons, but this year was like the year where it was supposed to be hopeful, right?
Man, Dan, that's crazy. I mean, I don't.
This
think
is what Patrick
realize.
Mahomes.
He was factually accurate on the Browns' part.
Yeah,
his
Browns,
defense. I see what you mean now.
Giants,
In his defense,
and the Chiefs are right there, just a
so
touch
they're in
ahead
a
of
world
them.
where they don't do it enough, and then when they have done it recently, it's been bad.
New on NFL Live, Josh Allen.
And after all this, guys, one thing is clear. Super Bowl 59 wasn't just Chiefs versus Eagles. It was a true war of defenses. And so far, no one can agree. Who came out on top? The numbers show different strengths. The Chiefs displayed discipline and consistency, while the Eagles stood out for their aggressiveness and intensity. But in the end, each side has its arguments. Some say the Eagles suffocated Mahomes. Others swear the Chiefs still have the most reliable defense in big games. And that's exactly what makes this debate so explosive. It's not just about stats. It's about legacy. Who will really command respect moving forward? The Eagles with their ferocious defense, or the Chiefs who still carry the aura of an NFL dynasty? This debate doesn't end today, and it's only going to get hotter this season. Because when these two teams meet again, it'll be more than just a game. It'll be revenge. It'll be a battle for power. It'll be a fight for the throne. And on that day, there will be no excuses. We'll find out who really has the most feared defense in the NFL. Now I want to hear from you. Who has the stronger defense? Chiefs or Eagles? Drop your opinion in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because every NFL controversy you'll find right here on NFL in Focus. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.